equation of a line that passes through this point and has a slope of 3/5. So the first thing I need to do is write down the formula. And the formula was on the front. Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. That's the formula. It was on the very front. This is what you call point-slope form. Now, if we think back to slope-intercept form, this is slope-intercept. Don't write this down. All right, but the way it looks is in the wording. Slope-intercept form. You have a slope and you have an intercept. Point-slope form. You have a point and you have a slope. So I'm going to plug these numbers in. This is x1, y1. x1 is 2. y1 is -8. So I have y minus -8 equals my slope. That's 3/5. X minus x1 is 2. I can rewrite this. A negative becomes a plus, so y plus 8. 3/5 x minus 2. I don't need to distribute. I don't need to do any of that. But I want you to notice my y-coordinate and the equation are kind of opposites. My coordinate is -8, but in here it's a +8. Here my coordinate is a +2, and here it's -2. They're kind of opposites. It turns out to be opposite. Okay, turn that page. Write the equation of a line that passes through both these points. Okay, compared to the last one I was given 1 point and the slope. Here I'm given 2 points. I don't have a slope, but I can find the slope. And to find the slope, it is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Do we remember this formula? Yeah. We did it on that colored paper that's on the walls. Now, I'm going to fill this part out too. x1, y1, x2, y2. 7 minus -9 over 4 minus -8. Negative becomes a positive. Negative becomes a positive. 16 over 12. This reduces 4 over 3. So m equals 4 over 3. Now I'm going to rewrite my formula. So there's my formula. I'm going to plug in everything that I know. I know m. So y minus y1. y1 was 7. My m, 4 over 3. X minus x1 was 4. It doesn't actually matter which point you use. You could have used this point and plugged those numbers in. You get the same answer. This is it. This is point-slope form. You don't have to distribute. You don't have to solve for y. Turn the page. Okay, now remember, I mentioned that the coordinate is opposite of what the numbers are here. So my y-coordinate is the opposite of this. What's the opposite of -1? +1. What's the opposite of +2? So I can graph this point. Graph the point -2, 1. What's my slope? My slope is 2. So up 2, write 1. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And I can draw my line. Again, I know that this is my slope because it's m x minus x1. Okay? Now, here's what I want you to understand, that point-slope form is a different way of graphing. It makes the same equation as a slope-intercept form. It makes the same line. The equations just look different. So instead of saying slope and y-intercept and starting at y-intercept and then using the slope from there, now we're just starting at a different point and using the slope from there. Just two different ways of graphing. Go ahead and staple this into your notebook.